Hi everyone, my name is Myiesha and I'm a Sephora Beauty Director, and today's video is all about some of my tips on preventative hair care. I feel like the common thread with comments on hair care videos that we post is that, someone sustained some damage and they're trying to sort of reverse it, or they color their hair and they're trying to keep it healthy. And I'm going to share with you some of my tips that you can use to prevent damage in the first place, because the easiest way to get rid of damage is to not get it in the first place. But if you do have damage, which all of us have some type of damage, these are some things that sort of bring your hair back to a really great healthy state. So in order to identify the ways you can prevent damage, I feel like it's great to know what types of damage there are. So first off, the most common, I think, kind of damage I've sustained is thermal damage. Anything with heat styling, curling irons, tools like that, and not using it responsibly. I'm definitely guilty of that. I've broken off my hair in the past and sustained heat damage. There's also chemical damage. Anytime you're altering the bonds in your hair, like relaxing it, coloring it, doing keratin treatments, things like that, that could lead to chemical damage, like the term chemical haircut, when you over process your hair and it starts getting shorter when you didn't cut it. That's definitely a thing. And then there's environmental damage, which I think a lot of people don't think about. I think as a society, we're pretty good about wearing sunscreen on our bodies and our faces, but oftentimes we forget about UV damage that our hair can sustain if you're an outdoorsy person. And on the flip side, something I don't know too much about because I live in LA is cold weather damage. Cold weather can really dehydrate your hair, which can lead to breakage. So tucking it into like a scarf or something, or wearing a protective hairstyle can be really great. And then there's just life, pregnancy, weight loss, things like that can all lead to your hair changing a bit. Getting older, your hair can change a lot. My mom was known for her like really beautiful ombre feathered wings in the 90s, and she used a lot of color. And as she's gotten older, she's told me that her hair just can't sustain all that color. So sometimes you have to adjust things like that. And lastly, mechanical damage. This is another common one. If you've ever noticed you have flyaways that are several inches long, or if you look at your hair, it kind of has this sort of inverted triangle when you go to cut it or when you look at it. It could be due to ponytails that are too tight or protective styles that aren't necessarily protecting your hair. So there's many different ways that your hair can sustain damage, and this sounds kind of daunting, but there are some easy ways to help prevent that. So I have 5 products here that go over some of my favorite ways to keep my hair super healthy. So first off, I just love silk pillowcases. I think they're the easiest that you can do for your hair and your face. So if you had a material like a cotton or whatever it is your bed linens are made out of, and you had silk, if you had to choose which one of those materials you would rub vigorously across your hair and your face, you would probably choose the silk. So as you're sleeping for 8 hours a day, you are sort of laying on that cotton or linen or whatever you have, and it can actually wick moisture away from your hair and away from your face. You can wake up with like pillow lines on your face. And I find the crazier you sleep, you're almost polishing your hair if you use silk. So it's something really great to invest in. This is from Slip. This is the Pure Silk Pillowcase. It comes in several colors. This is the really pretty pink one. I've recently changed my bed linens to all black, so I'll probably be investing in a black one soon. There's also silk scrunchies. So if you're using ponytail holders that could possibly dry out your hair or rip your hair or break it, you might want to look into some silk scrunchies. These are the really skinny ones. So if you've never seen the skinny scrunchies from Slip, because I think the fluffier ones I've shown before, these are it. They're a little thinner. I would say you can wrap them around like twice if you have thick hair, maybe 3 times if you have finer hair, but really, really cute. I definitely recommend investing in silk, or these make a really great gift too if you know someone who maybe just got their hair processed or colored or just wants to take better care of their hair. And next up, we have a new product from Amika, and this is the Closer. This is an instant repair cream. So this is something that's a leave-in and a styler, and it helps seal your split ends. I think that something like this is great in between salon visits. A lot of us couldn't get our hair cut in 2020, so it might be something really great to think about. I don't think that topicals are a total replacement for a good haircut, but it's really great for in between. This is something I want to start using, especially at my crown where I tend to get some breakage and I kind of just don't know why. So I think this is going to be really great for those of you who do have split ends, which from the comments, I can guess that a lot of you are like me and have them. The next thing on my list that I think everybody should have in their routine to help prevent damage is everyone should have a favorite hair oil. There are a few different kinds of oils, actually a lot of different kinds of oils out there, or oil blends, but there's 2 two main factors you want to think about when you're choosing an oil based on what you're doing in your routine. There are moisturizing oils that actually penetrate the hair shaft, and then there are sealing oils which actually don't penetrate the hair shaft and almost sort of bubble wrap the hair. They don't add moisture, but they lock in moisture. There aren't very many moisturizing oils. There's like coconut, avocado, and I think olive oil that actually penetrate the hair shaft. The vast majority of oils are going to seal. So think about if your hair's in pretty good condition, it doesn't really seem all that dry, but maybe in between wash days you notice it gets really dry or maybe kind of straw-like, you might want to invest in a sealing oil. But if your hair is super dry like mine, you might even want to do an oil blend. If you have a blend of oils where you're like, okay, this one's moisturizing, this one's sealing, the oils will know where to go. The ones that are going to moisturize are going to moisturize, the ones that are going to seal are going to seal. So no need to think about it. This is from Verb, and I really like this because it's moringa and jojoba oil, and this is the treatment oil. So moringa and jojoba are both sealing oils, meaning they will seal in moisture. So if you use a leave-in conditioner, have dry hair like mine, you can put this on top and it's going to help keep that moisture from evaporating. But moringa and jojoba oil tend to be very lightweight. Some sealing oils can be a little bit heavier. So this would be great for all hair types, and it's actually very lightweight, so you can use it on your scalp too. Like as I feel it, it just kind of feels almost like a dry oil. There's not really much texture that it leaves behind. For that reason too, it can be really great for your scalp, or if you just want to target it on your ends, or maybe if you have highlights, you can kind of seek them out and just kind of put it on the highlighted areas, however you want to do it. But I think everybody needs a really good oil. Like if I get out the shower and put nothing on my hair, which I don't remember the last time I did that because my hair is so dry, I think my hair will probably air dry in about 30 minutes. But when I do my leave-in conditioner and my oil, which like seals the moisture in, like I washed my hair yesterday and it's still wet. So like a day and a half, and I diffused it like for an hour. So sealing in your moisture with an oil will just keep your hair hydrated for much longer. Okay, so our next product is a biotin supplement. So this is from Briogeo. You know I love Briogeo. It definitely brought my hair back from being super damaged. And these are the Be Well Vegan Omega-3, 6, and 9 plus biotin. Now, biotin, whenever someone talks about biotin, there's always a lot of people that say, oh, it broke me out. I will tell you why it could potentially break you out, and I'll let you know how to completely prevent that. So when you take biotin, it increases the keratin production in your body. And even though you're taking it for your hair, you'll probably notice your nails are gonna grow faster, and also your skin is gonna produce more keratin. And when your skin produces more keratin, you have flakier skin and you have to exfoliate more. So in order to not break out or not have your skin look a little bit different, you're gonna have to up your exfoliation. You just, take it day by day. If maybe you exfoliate once a week, maybe exfoliate 2 times a week or 3 times a week. And you'll also notice when you start exfoliating a little bit more, you might need a little bit more moisture. So the main thing when you take any biotin supplement is exfoliate a bit more, wear your sunscreen because more exfoliation can make you a little bit more sensitive, and drink lots of water. That will prevent any breakouts. Also with the omegas in here, the 3, 6, and 9, it's a vegan omega, which is really great. I do notice that when I take omegas internally, my skin is a lot more supple and my hair is a lot more hydrated. So I do think it's gonna be a really good balance. You probably won't experience any dryness because that omega is balancing out the biotin. But definitely have a solid skincare routine in place. Biotin can be absolutely amazing. The last product we're going to talk about is the new Olaplex Bond Intense Moisture Mask, the number 8. And this is sort of a placeholder for all Olaplex products because I think the entire line is incredible. I have the entire line. I don't use it from start to finish every single week. I kind of look at it and I'm like, okay, my hair needs a really good intense treatment. Maybe I'll grab the number 0 and 3, or it's too lazy to do my full routine, so let me put in the oil because it's great. So Olaplex, my PSA with Olaplex, because I love it so much, is the number 3, the Hair Perfector, the most popular one that I think everybody should start with because it's going to rebuild the bonds in the hair. It's not a protein treatment and it does not add moisture to the hair. A lot of times I see people using it and they're like, oh, well, my hair didn't feel any more moisturized. It's just for rebuilding the bonds in the hair. So their response to people wanting moisture as well as that strength in the hair was to create the mask. So I think this is perfect. I got this and I used it and I really like it. So the main thing with Olaplex is you don't want to overuse the product. I know a lot of times when people have thick hair, curly hair like mine, we like pile up our conditioner and we put a lot of product in because our hair just drinks everything up. But with this, I would say apply it like it's a serum. The instructions say 2 pumps for shoulder length hair, a bit more for longer or thicker hair. I purposely sort of put too much to see what would happen, and you don't need it. When you just put, like, I usually do 1 pump per section. I wash my hair in 4 sections, and it was enough. You're not gonna see it like gooped up on the hair like a traditional deep conditioner. It's just gonna soften your hair, and it feels really good. It's a very unique experience. So my #1 thing is don't overuse this product especially, but all of Olaplex. I think there's a misconception that Olaplex is only for color treated hair, which is amazing for color treated hair, but it's also for pretty much any hair type. And with curly hair, it's great because I really, really like this. And I love that I have like this huge range of products that I can go to and help protect my hair, especially my little split ends that keep happening right here. Hopefully this is helpful. These are some things that I do actively to prevent hair damage, or things that I recommend to people who have already sustained some damage and maybe they want to correct it. But I think this is a really great place to start and some really great things to think about. I think this was pretty useful info definitely that I wish I would have known when I was younger and I was experimenting with my hair and coloring it and straightening it and doing all sorts of things. I could have had, you know, more years having like super healthy curly hair. So maybe in the comment section below, why don't you drop some advice that you wish you would have known about taking care of your hair back in the day. Maybe somebody will read that and it'll help them out. I always think it's great when people share different things. And as always, please subscribe. We love sharing our content with you. We love hearing from you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.